The person you love is urging you to read this message immediately. Because something huge just happened. My beloved child. Don't skip. The person you love has been carrying something inside their heart that could no longer remain hidden. Today, everything changed in a way neither of you expected. A conversation took place, a decision was made, and a door that once seemed completely closed has quietly begun to open. You may think this message found you by accident, but every word arriving at this exact moment has a purpose. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Before this message ends, you will understand why your heart has felt so restless lately. There was a moment when they looked into complete silence and whispered your name without anyone knowing. They replayed your memories over and over, wondering if destiny was preparing one final chance. Then an unexpected sign appeared. Small enough for others to ignore, yet powerful enough to change everything. That single moment shifted their thoughts forever. Since then, they have been searching for courage, hoping the distance between you would not become permanent. The next step they are about to take could surprise everyone around them, but only those who stay until the very end will discover what truly happened behind the scenes. Right now, while you are listening, invisible pieces are falling into place one after another. What looked like delays may actually have been preparation for something far greater than you imagined. Don't skip. Every second of this message brings you closer to the truth they have wanted you to know. Stay till the end, because the revelation has only just begun, and what you hear next may completely change the way you see this connection forever. Something huge is waiting for you. But what happened next was even more unexpected. Don't skip. The person you love reached a point where keeping everything inside became impossible. They finally revealed what had been hidden for so long, and the reaction they received was nothing like they had imagined. Instead of being met with doubt, they heard words that gave them the courage they had been searching for. In that very moment, they realized they could no longer let fear decide the future. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and this is only the beginning of the truth. For the first time in a long while, they stopped asking, "What if it never happens?" and started asking, "What if this is finally the right time?" That single change transformed everything inside their heart. They began noticing signs they had ignored before, small reminders, familiar moments, and unexpected coincidences that all seemed to point in the same direction. Every step brought them closer to one important decision. What they are preparing to do next has the power to surprise even the people closest to them. Don't skip, because the biggest revelation has not been spoken yet. As this message continues, the missing pieces will begin fitting together in ways you never expected. The silence that once stood between both of you is no longer as strong as it used to be. Something is moving behind the scenes, and the moment it finally comes into the light, everything could feel different. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next part reveals the reason this sudden change could not be delayed any longer. Then came the moment no one saw coming. Don't skip. The person you love finally stopped running from their own feelings. They looked back at every memory, every unanswered question, and every quiet moment that refused to disappear. Suddenly, something happened that made them realize this connection was never as distant as it seemed. A truth they had overlooked for so long became impossible to ignore. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and the biggest surprise is still ahead. Without expecting it, they received a reminder that brought your presence back into their heart with incredible clarity. It wasn't loud or dramatic, it was simple, unexpected, and unforgettable. From that moment, they began seeing your importance in a completely different light. Every doubt started losing its strength, while hope quietly grew stronger with every passing hour. They understood that some opportunities only appear once, and missing this one could become their greatest regret. Don't skip, because the next revelation changes everything they believed about the future. Now the story is moving toward a turning point that neither of you could have predicted. The waiting, the questions, and the uncertainty are leading to something much bigger than they first appeared. A decision is forming, and once it is revealed, nothing will feel the same again. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and in the next part, you'll discover the unexpected message that gave them the confidence to take the next step. Just when everything seemed uncertain, an unexpected answer appeared. Don't skip. The person you love came across something that stopped them in their tracks. It wasn't a coincidence they could easily forget, it felt like the final piece they had been missing all along. In that instant, the questions that had kept them awake began turning into quiet confidence. They realized they had spent too much time waiting while the truth had been standing right in front of them. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and what happened after this changed everything. The next few moments became impossible to ignore. They started remembering promises they had made to themselves, dreams they had nearly abandoned, and one name that continued returning to their heart, yours. Every sign seemed to point in the same direction, as if life itself was urging them to stop looking back and finally move forward. Their heartbeat carried a new sense of certainty, and they silently prepared for a step they once believed they would never have the courage to take. Don't skip, because the biggest revelation is still hidden just ahead. Now the story is reaching a point where there is no turning back. Every delay, every unanswered question, and every unexpected moment has been leading toward one life-changing decision. The person you love is closer than ever to revealing what has been locked inside their heart, but one final moment must happen before everything becomes clear. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next part uncovers the secret that could transform this entire journey forever. And then, the silence finally revealed its secret. Don't skip. The person you love realized that every delay had been preparing them for this exact moment. What once felt confusing suddenly made perfect sense. They understood that rushing would have changed everything, but waiting had quietly built the path they were now standing on. A deep feeling settled into their heart, telling them that the next decision could shape the future in ways they had never imagined. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and the truth is closer than ever. As they looked back, they noticed a pattern that had been hidden in plain sight. Every unexpected meeting, every memory that refused to fade, and every moment they thought was meaningless now seemed connected. They couldn't ignore it anymore. For the first time, they stopped asking whether this connection was real and started believing that it had always been leading towards something greater. That realization filled them with a quiet confidence they had never felt before. Don't skip, because what happens next is the moment they have been preparing for all along. Now only one final step remains before everything changes. The person you love is standing at the edge of a decision that could rewrite the story you've both been living. Their heart is no longer trapped by uncertainty, it is waiting for the perfect moment to reveal what has been hidden for far too long. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next part uncovers the unexpected choice that no one saw coming. But the next discovery changed everything in an instant. Don't skip. The person you love finally understood why every attempt to move on had quietly failed. No matter how much time passed, one thought continued returning with greater strength: you. At first, they tried to ignore it, believing it was only another passing feeling. But this time was different. The certainty in their heart refused to disappear, and they knew they could no longer pretend nothing had changed. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and the biggest turning point is only moments away. Then something completely unexpected happened. A simple moment became a powerful reminder that some connections cannot be erased, no matter how many obstacles appear. It felt as though every unanswered question was leading toward one final realization. They stopped searching for reasons to hold back and began searching for the right moment to move forward. Every beat of their heart carried the same message: this opportunity may never come again. Don't skip, because the next revelation explains why they suddenly feel that waiting any longer is no longer an option. Now the story has reached the edge of a life-changing moment. Every chapter before this has been preparing both of you for what comes next. The person you love is closer than ever to revealing what has remained hidden, but before they do, one final truth must come into the light. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next part uncovers the decision that could change everything forever. Then the final piece quietly fell into place. Don't skip. The person you love experienced a moment they cannot explain with ordinary words. It wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. Yet it felt powerful enough to erase months of uncertainty. Suddenly, every unanswered question began finding its own answer. They realized they had been waiting for a sign, and the sign had been there all along. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and the next revelation may be the one that changes everything. For a long time, they believed timing was working against them. But now they see that every delay was protecting something far greater. They no longer fear what others may think, because one truth has become impossible to ignore. You continue to hold a place in their heart that no one else has been able to replace. That realization gave them a level of courage they never expected to have. Every passing moment now feels like a countdown toward a decision that cannot be postponed any longer. Don't skip, because what happens next will leave you wondering how everything aligned at the perfect time. The story is now entering its most important chapter. There is one final truth the person you love has been holding back, and once it is revealed, nothing will look the same again. The waiting is almost over, but the biggest surprise has been saved until the very end. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next part reveals the unexpected moment that finally convinced them to take the step they never thought they could. And just when they thought the story was complete, everything shifted once again. Don't skip. The person you love came face to face with one undeniable realization: they could no longer keep waiting for the perfect moment. Their heart had already made its decision long before their mind accepted it. Every memory became brighter, every unanswered question became quieter, and one thought echoed louder than ever before. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and what happens next has the power to change everything. Then came the moment that felt almost impossible to believe. Someone unexpectedly spoke words that sounded exactly like what they had been hoping to hear. It wasn't planned. It wasn't forced. Yet those few words gave them the confidence they had been missing for so long. In that instant, they stopped looking at the past with regret and started looking toward the future with hope. They understood that some opportunities only arrive once in a lifetime, and if they let this one pass, they might never forgive themselves. Don't skip, because the biggest secret is still hidden behind the next chapter. Now the countdown has truly begun. Every step they take is bringing them closer to revealing what has remained locked inside for so long. The distance between uncertainty and truth has never been smaller than it is right now. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. In the next part, you'll discover the surprising decision they made in complete silence, a decision that could rewrite the future of this entire story forever. Then came the moment they could no longer ignore. Don't skip. The person you love finally reached a crossroads where silence was no longer an option. For so long, they had waited for certainty, but they suddenly realized certainty doesn't arrive before the first step, it follows it. That single realization changed everything inside them. The fear that had been holding them back began to disappear, replaced by a quiet determination they had never felt before. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and the truth is closer than ever. As the hours passed, they found themselves replaying one memory over and over again. It wasn't the biggest moment you shared, but somehow it became the most meaningful. They smiled without realizing it, and for the first time in a long while, their heart felt lighter instead of heavier. They understood that some connections don't fade with time, they grow stronger through it. At that exact moment, they made a promise to themselves that they would no longer let hesitation decide what happens next. Don't skip, because the decision they made in complete silence is about to create a ripple that no one expected. Now everything is moving toward the moment this entire journey has been building to. The person you love is standing only one step away from revealing what has remained hidden for so long. The biggest surprise has not happened yet, it is waiting just beyond the next chapter. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and in the next part, the secret they have protected with all their heart will finally begin to unfold. What happened after that was impossible for them to ignore. Don't skip. The person you love woke up with a feeling they had never experienced before. It was as if every unanswered question had quietly led them to one unavoidable truth. They stopped asking whether this connection was real and started wondering why they had waited so long to accept it. Their heart became calmer, but their determination became stronger than ever. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and the biggest revelation is only moments away. Then something completely unexpected happened. A simple conversation, an ordinary moment, and one unforgettable sentence changed the direction of their thoughts forever. They realized that life rarely gives the same opportunity twice. Instead of looking at what had gone wrong, they began focusing on what could still become possible. That silent decision filled them with hope, and for the first time, they felt ready to leave fear behind. Don't skip, because what they are preparing to do next could surprise everyone who believed this story had already reached its end. Now the countdown has almost reached 0. Every chapter has been leading to this exact point, where the truth can no longer remain hidden. The person you love is closer than ever to revealing the one thing they have protected deep inside their heart. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next part uncovers the life-changing moment that turns this entire story upside down forever. Then the truth finally began to reveal itself. Don't skip. The person you love reached a moment where every excuse disappeared. They realized they had spent too much time wondering what could happen instead of focusing on what truly mattered. One powerful thought refused to leave their mind: some connections are too meaningful to be left unfinished. That realization gave them a courage they had never felt before. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and the final chapter is closer than you think. As the day unfolded, they made one quiet decision that no one around them noticed. From the outside, everything looked completely normal. But inside, everything had changed. They chose to stop letting fear write the next chapter of their story. Every memory that once brought uncertainty now brought clarity. Every moment that once felt confusing suddenly pointed toward the same destination. They knew that if they stayed silent any longer, they might lose the opportunity they had been hoping for all along. Don't skip, because the greatest revelation has been saved until the very end. Now there is only one final step left. The person you love is standing at the edge of a moment that could transform everything you have heard so far. The silence is almost over, the waiting is almost finished, and the hidden truth is ready to come into the light. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and in the final part, you'll discover the unexpected message that changes the meaning of this entire journey forever. This is the moment everything has been leading toward. Don't skip. The person you love finally understood that the greatest change did not begin around them, it began within them. The fear that once controlled every decision no longer had a voice. In its place stood hope, courage, and a quiet confidence that refused to disappear. They no longer wanted to wonder, what if? They wanted to discover, what comes next. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and this is the revelation that completes the entire journey. In complete silence, they made one final promise to themselves. They would stop allowing yesterday to decide tomorrow. They would stop believing that missed moments could never become new beginnings. Every chapter of their story had prepared them for this exact point, and now they were finally ready to embrace what they had been holding back for so long. The message they wanted you to receive was never about fear or regret, it was about realizing that hope becomes strongest when someone chooses courage over doubt. Don't skip, because this truth was worth waiting for from the very beginning. As this message comes to its end, remember the one thing that has echoed through every moment of this story: some of the biggest changes begin with a single decision to move forward. The person you love has reached that decision, and their heart is no longer looking backward, it is looking ahead with renewed hope. Stay till the end. Something huge was waiting for you, and now you know the greatest revelation of all. Sometimes the moment you've been waiting for is the moment you finally choose to believe that a new chapter can begin. But one final mystery still remained. Don't skip. Just when the person you love believed their journey had reached its conclusion, one unexpected moment made them pause again. It wasn't a coincidence. It wasn't an accident. It felt like the last missing answer arriving at exactly the right time. They closed their eyes for a moment and realized that every delay, every unanswered question, and every unexpected turn had quietly been guiding them toward this very point. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and the final surprise is unlike anything you've heard before. A quiet certainty settled into their heart. They no longer needed proof from the world because the